This is a review of a civilian or commercial MRE. This one is from XMRE. It's in their new packaging for 2015, which is a slightly different look from the older version. This is XMRE's menu number 2. Southwest style beef and black bean sauce. The entire contents are listed on the bag, on the sticker. This one has a date code of 5041. It's not too easy to see, but it's 5041. And it was packaged on the 41st day of 2015. Is the Southwest beef. Interestingly enough, this one has a date code of 4015, so it was actually packaged on the 15th day of 2014, so this is about a year old. This is the XMRE heating sleeve, flameless ration heater, and hot beverage bag. XMRE's information card shows you ways to heat the entree. And it gives you all the nutrition facts and the ingredients too. These vegetable crackers. These have a date code of 3175, so these are even older than the entree. These are from the 175th day of 2013. You can see there's quite a range. You can find that in some of the commercial MREs. There's peanut butter for the crackers. Lemon lime beverage base powder, carrot pound cake from the 37th day of 2013, and an XMRE branded dry fruit mix. As I mentioned before, these are XMRE actually contracts out to a company to make some of their own components, which is a nice touch along with the XMRE branded sleeve. Although it's hard to see, this one has a date code of 5037. Not surprisingly enough, this is also very fresh. Packaged on the 37th day of 2015, just 4 days before the whole thing was packaged up. And an XMRE accessory pack. Which has the brown MRE spoon, a napkin, instant coffee, creamer, a couple of sugars, salt and pepper, which is a nice touch since genuine MREs don't usually come with pepper. Oh, this actually has 2 creamers. You can see that. And a moist towelette. I'm going to heat up the entree, and because of how new this flameless ration heater is, and how quickly they heat up, I'm going to use this method that some people have been mentioning is a good idea to do with the new heater sleeves. Put it into the sleeve before adding the water. You can still see the fill line. Hold it horizontal to get the water into the heating elements. They seem to be all activated. Got a lot of heat coming off there already. So we'll go ahead and put it on our rock or something. And give that about 10 or 15 minutes to heat up. Let's see what else we have. The vegetable crackers. Nice little hiss there as the vacuum released. These are a little bit crumbly, not too bad. I'll put some peanut butter on there. And check out the dry fruit mix, which I forget, these do not have tear notches on them. So this is the one thing in here that you need to have some kind of a sharp utensil for. Alright, and this has dry bananas, dry papaya, and dry pineapple. And we have the carrot pound cake. I've been a big fan of the pound cakes. The carrot one, the idea of it scares me because it sounds like it's too healthy. But it has that smell of like a spice cake or like a pumpkin bread kind of a thing, and it smells very sweet. Do the lemon lime beverage base powder with no fruit juice. This takes 12 ounces of water. Favorite bags and handy. There's the fill lines right there. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between the regular beverage-based powders and the carbohydrate electrolyte ones, other than obviously carbohydrate electrolyte ones give more electrolytes, but they do tend to be a little bit harder to get them to mix up completely, the regular ones. That nice green color. And we'll make up the coffee. I'm going to use one of the creamers. And both of the sugars. Alright, so the only thing we have left is the entree. It seems to be heated up really good. The one problem with using the method of putting it in a sleeve before adding the water is it's difficult to tell if the 4 heating elements have been activated. I actually, when I first went to check this, found out that 3 of them hadn't been fully activated, so I actually had to delay this a little bit and put it in a little bit longer, but now it seems to have worked really good. In fact, there's still quite a bit of heat in here. If you were to do your coffee in the hot beverage bag, I would think that would heat it up pretty good. Alright, so here's the entree. Just wipe it off a little bit. It seems to be heated pretty well. And this is interesting. Most of the MRE entrees I've seen for the last few years have had the tear notches on the long end, so you could eat it out of the bag pretty easily, which became a bit of a problem because these sleeves are designed so you can fold the bottoms in and put the entree pouch in there and just eat it right out of there. The problem is, of course, if you're tearing it across the top, it's just going to spill out in here and not be usable. But it looks like they've switched the tear notches back to the top of the bag. There's one here and one here. I don't know, this is the first time I've seen that. I don't know if that's going to be the new thing now. It would sort of make sense if they want people to use the... It's tough though, because it's a lot easier to just eat it right out of the bag this way with the spoon. When you're trying to do it this way, you know, your spoon's getting in there and you generally tend to find that you're making a mess. I actually would have preferred it if they had it on both sides, because it's easier to pour out if it's on the long side. But we'll use what we got. Well, it smells good. Here's our Southwest style beef and black bean sauce. Wow, this is a nice chunk of beef right here. Look at this, it's even got the griddle lines on it. I don't know if those are actually from being cooked or if it's just something added on there, but it certainly looks like real beef. It's got some fat in there too. We have corn. Smells like a pretty spicy sauce. There's some of the beans. Let's see, it says grilled seasoned beef. Actually, grilled seasoned beef sounds nice, but it's grilled seasoned beef and modified food starch steak strips. We have diced tomatoes, corn, black beans, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, onions, southwestern flavoring, including jalapeno peppers, tomatoes, garlic, spices, cilantro, natural flavor, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Alright, so this looks good and it smells good. Let's find out how it tastes. A bit of everything in there. That's very good. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. One problem with some of the Southwest style MRE entrees is that you expect a certain amount of kick from them, but of course they have to appeal to a wide variety of tastes. People who like the stuff really, really spicy and people who like their stuff a little bit on the more mild side. And the genuine MREs, of course, they usually come with hot sauce or ground red pepper flakes, something like that. This one just has the salt and pepper. So if this was on the bland side, it would probably be disappointing. But although it's not going to, it doesn't give you a huge kick, it definitely has a little bit of a spiciness to it. And this really does appear to be real meat in here, as opposed to something really overly processed. That piece I was looking at before, it's got some grill marks on it there, and you can see it's got some fat marbling inside of it. So it really is. It's not like a chunked and formed piece of processed beef. It really is a piece of meat there. And it tastes like it too. It tastes like you're having a pot roast kind of a thing. This is really a very tasty entree. And it's got these nice big chunks of meat. And there's another one with the grill marks on it. Generous amount of meat for an 8-ounce entree. The sauce is good. It's got a little bit of heat to it, but not a lot of kick. And corn, beans, and tomatoes. Very satisfying. And that's really all you need a spoon for. The rest of it's all kind of finger food. The vegetable crackers with the peanut butter. Which is fine. Crackers and peanut butter, there's not much to say about that, but it tastes good. The dryness of the crackers and the thickness of the peanut butter does make you thirsty though. And the lemon lime is just fine. Tastes like a Kool-Aid. Try some of this trail mix. So we got the bananas, the pineapple, and the papaya. That's good, slightly sweetened. I think the papaya and the pineapple have a little bit of sugar on them. Yeah, obviously it's got more than just banana chips, pineapple, and papaya. There's quite a few ingredients in there. But it tastes really good. It'll give you 300 calories too. Makes for a nice walking around snack. And the carrot pound cake. You can already tell it's pretty soft and moist. Ones do have, you can actually see the carrot in there. It's got carrots in there, and it's got walnuts. You can see those. Pretty soft. And despite being about 2 years old, it's feels, looks, smells, and tastes pretty fresh. That's very good. Wash it down with a little of this instant coffee, which seems to be just fine. Standard instant coffee. And that's about it for this meal. You do have salt and pepper if you want to add some to your Southwest style beef, but for me this is just fine. And just to show you how real this beef is, or the steak, pull it apart. And this is definitely not what you expect from your standard over-processed beef product that you find in a lot of the MREs. It's good stuff. Let's look at XMRE's menu number 2. Southwest style beef and black bean sauce. Thank you for watching.